There's so many different ways of making bread, and every single baker and bakery is going to be different. I love making bread because you can be a bit more instinctive about it. Cakes, you have to be a lot more precise. You've got to get it right. You've got to put the right amount of baking powder in, or the whole thing's a disaster. But bread's a bit more forgiving. And I think that's because it is alive, in a way. Cakes, maybe that's it. Cakes are just a list of ingredients. The only thing is, people do love eating cake. I never had any idea what I wanted to do in life, ever, I don't think. So, it's a bit gloopy. No, it's strange, isn't it? I really honestly had no idea. And I've done all sorts of things. I sort of did graphic design originally, because I was good at art. I mean, I think actually one of the sad things is I've practically lost. I can't smell bread anymore. It's interesting. My nose is tuned out, but I've become much more sensitive to. You know, if a man walked past me wearing aftershave, I would probably just pass out. It's far too strong. Can't wear perfume at all. It gives me a terrible headache. So I don't know what's happening there. My mum always made bread, so we always had bread, proper bread at home. Yeah. And I've always sort of enjoyed it. I mean, even when I was a student, I made my own bread and stuff. Can't do the white slice thing. And it is therapy. It's something to do, it's distraction. I do feel very strongly, I suppose, about food and the environment, and it's trying to tie up all those things together. Because this whole globalisation and mass production, ultimately, I just don't believe it's going to do us any good at all. It is, I don't want to overuse the word, but it is that connectedness. I think it's important that people know where their food is coming from and how it's made, and that they appreciate it more. It isn't just appear in a packet on a shelf. They can actually see part of the process. And I've definitely had this kind of aspiration that people would, if they really wanted to, they could come in and the bread would still be warm. And, but you know, kind of genuine. And I think that brings an enormous amount of happiness to an awful lot of people, in a ridiculous way, but it does. I think happiness actually, or whatever it is, or satisfaction, is from creating something. And I think not many people have a chance to do that. I used to get so frustrated working in an office. And every now and again you have to stop and remember the reason why I thought this was great was that whole connection between the environment, our landscape and everything else. Because it's beautiful. And I think there's nothing more beautiful than the Devon landscape. And we're so lucky to live here. So I suppose it's an affirmation of life, isn't it? And as you get older, you realise you're not around for that, you know, you're not around that long. You've actually got to make the most of it. So this may not make me very rich or give me a whopping great pension, but at least you feel you've done something. And it is important to feel proud of what you do. And maybe a lot of people don't get that satisfaction either, which is a shame, isn't it? You meet people and you get inspired and then you think, right, just do it.